Before we start this video, I know there is a lot going on at Bungie because of last week, and the content of this video isn't going to be something that's going to change the direction of what is planned or anything crazy, but it's something to generate conversation and thoughts in the form of constructive criticism. And that is something that I have thought about almost all season, and something that I want to talk about, and that is our artifact and the artifact system as a whole. So like, comment, and subscribe, and please do not hesitate to comment. The point of this video is to generate ideas and thoughts from the community, including ourselves and anybody else who wants to chime in. So let's get started with this video. If you're a new player or you've been living under a rock for almost 4 years, you might be asking yourself, what is the artifact and why is it important? The artifact is usually something we get within the first mission of a season. It's tied to the seasonal story somehow, and it is a way for us to further our power by getting experience and allows us access to some very good and potentially game-changing mods with things like our lineup of champion mods and whatever the developers have cooked up for that given season. The artifact itself has changed a few times from its original debut back in Shadowkeep. We used to have to spend a ton of glimmer to reset them, champion mods had to be placed on weapons, and armor mods only had certain slots it could go in. Then it changed to where we can unlock the whole thing and place them wherever, to now we can unlock a certain amount and they act as unlockable perks. The only thing that I would love to see change about this is I would love to see a combination of the two. I can unlock everything and then pick my 12, almost like a skill tree, giving us more flexibility with choosing and selecting our selection, because now it's like you have to hold the button to unlock it, and then you have to backtrack if you want to pick something new in your first tree, and it's easier to reset the entire artifact 9 times out of 10 than doing the refunding process of just one at a time. With this, we can unlock all 12 of them, and we can just go, okay, I want this, this, and that, and we can just go nuts. Obviously, still restrict us to like 2 in the last, because obviously the last column of our artifact is usually very, very good. As for the mods themselves, there are some very, very good ones and some very lackluster ones. For the sake of today's topic, we're going to look at this season's artifact in particular and go over the things that I liked, the things I would love to see be improved upon with the selection as a whole. First, I liked the idea of elemental orbs and the mods related to him, but it felt very constricted to only using these. Every single one of my builds this season used just about the same exact artifact selection, and that felt very boring. It lacked variety. I would love to see artifacts keep that seasonal theme moving forward, and also stay as interesting as they can while giving us a variety to choose from. Most games in this live service space take advantage of that. One of the best examples of this is going to be Diablo. Every season they have this theme and they just ride with it. Now, I'm not saying that Destiny has to redo the entire game every 3 months to match it, but it would be something fun and interesting to see them attempt like this season with the elemental orbs. For the orbs themselves, played on the same 3 subclass verbs we have gotten for almost the 2 years since they came out: Volatile, Jolt, and Scorch. If they were to change it up and have the Void ones suppress, the Arc ones blind, the Solar ones heal, that would have been a lot of fun. It would have changed up some of the builds for this past season. Imagine, you're in PvP, you're using Ruinous Effigy, you turn someone into one of the transmutation spears that Ruinous Effigy makes, you dunk on someone, they become one of these Void orbs, you throw it, and you suppress someone mid-Thunder Crash. That would be amazing. It would be hilarious to pull off. The perks that played off the orbs as a whole are nothing crazy and were very helpful, especially when it came to tangles, so I don't really have anything negative to say here. Having a supporting cast of mods to support your main seasonal mod themes or whatever you're going with it is a really good idea. The last row of mods are always extremely potent. Monochromatic Maestro, amazing. Rapid Fire Ranger, really good, even though I didn't use it to its fullest potential in some builds. Elemental Embrace was also very nice, and of course the last two again played very heavily off of the elemental orbs as a whole. Again, if you're gonna have a seasonal theme like we did with these elemental orbs, you obviously need to have a supporting cast of mods to make them better. The biggest takeaway I want people to get from this video is I would love for us to have more selection customization on the artifacts with unlocks and how we pick them. I want them to keep experimenting with artifact themes, as we're still getting artifacts with the episodes that are coming up, which will be expanded with an additional role with each act, giving them more freedom to play with things and go, okay, this row we're going to have this that's going to play into that. And I really want them to double down and really experiment with these artifact seasonal themes, but also make them very, very good. I know that the developers have a lot on their plate, so I don't expect them to go crazy with artifact perks, and this isn't a topic that is highly talked about, but I believe this would help in the smallest amount with just build crafting as a whole. I actually watched an Astacross video today, the one that he posted about going over Vex Mythoclast, and he said it best. This was one of the weakest artifacts we've had in pretty much the entire time this system has been active. And to me, it's not so much weak because the mods themselves aren't good. They're fun, they're enjoyable, but there are just better things we can have. And I want artifact mods moving forward to be fun, to be good, but I also want them to have this theme. Like, maybe not elemental orbs. If they were to do elemental orbs again, for example, just change up the subclass verbs. Even if it's something as simple as, again, volatile to suppression, jolt to blind, scorch to healing. That alone would be enough for me to go, oh, I can play a solar titan with Phoenix Cradles this season, make these solar orbs, and then heal my teammates with these solar orbs I make from whatever else I'm making them from. That would be amazing. Oh, my hunter, I want to do a full-on suppression build, like tether, suppression grenades, these void orbs, full-on blinding arc warlock, like just those simple things to change. Like, give us more options with our subclass verbs. You made this big change to have these subclass verbs. Utilize them with more than just exotics. Feed into them with these seasonal mods. So with that, that is going to be pretty much the end of our video. It's another really, really short one. I'm saving up builds and stuff for next season. We know that they've already said stasis is going to be included with the artifact next season, which makes me very, very excited because I've got like 6, 7, 8 stasis builds that I want to make, like 2 or 3 for each class, so that's going to be really, really fun. I've already begun testing some things without an artifact, obviously, just so I can get a basics of them down, and some of them are going to be really, really, really fun to use, and I'm really excited to show those off next season if we do get that stasis artifact given to us next season. So with that, this is the first video that I'm making with like general ideas and opinions, so please give me feedback. I know the audio is probably going to sound really, really bad. I've been struggling with audio again. There was an update to the software I use, and now I'm trying to get all of my settings back in order, and it's kind of been a pain. Plus, I also think I'm probably coming down with some kind of cold, as it is starting to get very cold where I live. But like, comment, subscribe. Again, do not hesitate to comment, even share this with your friends and get their 2 cents on this, and I will see you guys in the next video.